Hello, love. Welcome to Yoga Life with Amber. I'm Amber, and we are about to embark on a journey to relieve lower back pain. We are all here for different reasons, and maybe some of us don't even have low back pain yet. For example, I took a lot of workshops and trainings on low back pain before I ever had low back pain. And my low back pain came because of having a baby, and I was sitting a lot and breastfeeding and doing like this. So this posture caused my low back pain. First thing I want you to do is consider, why do you have low back pain? Do you even know the answer to that question? Just ask yourself that today during class, maybe later. You can even write out what you think it is. And hopefully we will address exactly what's going on in your body. Every body is very different, but I'm going to be offering you postures that are traditionally used to help relieve low back pain. Every 3 days we'll have a new video. I suggest that you do a video every single day. Do this video every day until the new video comes out, so that every single day you're asking your low back to release, your psoas muscles to release. We're working on your breath today. Having all that said, thank you so much for being here. Grab a bunch of pillows. For me, I have to have 4 big pillows. Kind of cheated with my bolster, but my couch now has no pillows on it because they're all right here. And 1 block maybe, if you have a block. If you don't have a block, that's fine. It can be another pillow. The goal here, we're going to lie on our backs and put our legs up. If you have a chair or something like that, you can use it. I just don't have one. So we want our legs to be in a 90-degree angle. Let's play a game of building blocks right here. I'm going to give you some time to find your pillows and build a little wall here. It kind of looks like I stacked a bunch of rocks in the river. And then bring your butt up to the edge and then pull your feet up. Now, I know this is going to work for me because I can see already that I have a 90-degree angle in my legs. You want your legs to be pretty high up. And then whenever you have all this set up, you can lay back. I like to walk my shoulder blades towards each other, away from my ears. We're going to begin class today with diaphragmatic breath, fancy term for belly breaths, yoga breath. Let's start class by taking one hand on your belly and one hand over your chest. If you're like me, you get in a hurry, you constantly have things going on, and you forget to breathe deeply into your belly, and you breathe into your chest. Call it like chest breathing. That is the opposite of what we want. We want diaphragmatic breathing. We want the diaphragm to move big. Inhales, pooching your belly out. Exhales, pulling your belly in towards your spine. The reason I want you to have your hands in both places today is so you can really feel your belly moving into your hand and make sure the chest isn't moving here. So let's begin by deeply inhaling into your belly, pressing into that right hand, pulling your belly button in towards your spine on the exhale. The breath is so huge for releasing all the psoas muscles in the front of your hip flexors here. So don't skip over this really important start. And as you continue your breath, keeping it low in your belly and your ribs, this region out of your chest, begin to notice if you're holding tension anywhere else in your body, maybe your shoulders. And bring your attention to your hips. You might even take your hands on your hips and remind all of your hip flexor muscles to relax here. That might even mean that you let your knees kind of fall away from each other. Diaphragmatic breathing is like a little massage for all of your hip flexor muscles. Psoas muscles and hip flexor muscles are the same. Hip flexor is just more recognized. So for every class in the series, we're going to start right here with this deep, intentional breath. Sending a message to our psoas muscles that they can release. Because when our psoas muscles are tight, they pull on our low lumbar spine, and that can cause a lot of low back pain. Let's take one more breath here. Notice how your low back feels. Awesome. Slowly take your legs off of your wall here. Mine are just going to fall. You can even kick or press your pillows away from you. Bend your knees, place your feet on your mat or the floor. And then take your arms out into goalpost arms. Walk your feet as wide as your mat, and then take your knees over towards the right, letting your knees fall towards the earth. Square your shoulders up. If this is already a big stretch for your left hip flexor and your low back, stay right here. But if you want a little more of a stretch, you can always walk your left foot further away from your midline. Or place the right foot on top of the left thigh. You might even reach your left arm over your head. Shoulder moves away from your ear. For me, this variation is too intense. So I'm going to come back to my original posture. Maybe close your eyes and bring your awareness to all the sensations in the front of the left hip and your low back as you continue that deep, intentional, diaphragmatic belly breath. I'm asking you to think of a lot of things at once. I realize that. But you're already killing it, I can tell. And if you're here and you're like, Amber, this feels terrible, just remember that in order to feel better, sometimes we have to go through a certain amount of discomfort. Just like working out. You want to get in shape, you gotta work. I don't want you to be in excruciating pain, but I do want you to feel your low back and your left hip in this pose. And as you continue these deep breaths, you might begin to sink into this posture a little more where it's not so intense. I can already feel my left hip flexors begin to release here. Take one more deep belly breath here. I'm keeping my right hand on my belly to remind myself to breathe into my hand. Taking my breath out of my chest. Inhale, bring your knees back up through center. Keep your feet really wide. Exhale, take your knees to the other side. If you have the left arm up, bring it back down on your belly. And then play around with all the variations I offered on the other side. Might even reach that right arm over your head. Remembering to keep your shoulder away from your ear. Remembering our biggest focus is on diaphragmatic breathing. Allowing your breath to inform your body that it's okay to relax. If you have chronic low back pain, you may have this notion or feeling that you'll never find relief. So maybe in this practice today, you tell your body you will find relief. You are finding relief right now. Just by showing up today and turning on this video. And taking time for healing. One more deep breath into your belly. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way back up through center. Allow your knees to fall towards each other for 2 deep breaths. Maybe bring both hands to your belly here, relaxing your shoulders. And taking a moment to clear out anything sticky in your hips. We're keeping it super simple today. We have one more posture and then we're going to come into final resting pose. Every 3 days we'll have a new video that adds, so you become really comfortable and confident in this practice. Locate your block or another pillow, and on your inhale, pull your hips up towards the sky. Engage the back chain of muscles in your legs. All the way through the calf muscles, up through the hamstrings, into the glutes. Pause here. Bring back those big belly breaths. Just a little preview on this journey. We're going to be strengthening the glutes, strengthening the low back, and the core. So all these muscles work together to have a healthy back. One of the reasons you have low back pain may be that you have a weak core. And if so, I have a lot of videos on abdominals. First, starting to see if you have a diastasis recti split in your core. So make sure you check those out. Then find your pillow or block and take it underneath your back. So on your sacrum, not on your spine, but right where your lower spine meets your glutes. Be sure to move it around until you get really comfortable. You don't want to be in pain here. You never want to be in pain, but definitely not in this posture. Allow your shoulders to walk away from your ears. And then wherever you want your arms to be is fine. I love cactus arms. It opens up my pecs and shoulders in the front. If you really like your arms over your head for a nice long stretch, give yourself the permission to get really comfortable, maybe rocking your knees from side to side. And then bring your awareness back to those deep belly breaths. I like to challenge myself to push my belly up so much that I can see my belly rise and fall in this posture. This pose is encouraging a curve in our low back. For many of us, that's why we have low back pain, because we've eliminated that beautiful C curve in our low back. We want to bring it back. You might even give your breath a sound here on your inhale and exhale. In yoga, they call it Ujjayi breath, victorious breath, so that you remember that you're breathing deeply because you can hear your breath. And the way to make this sound is pulling your breath on the back of your throat, kind of making an ocean sound. If for some reason this does not feel good on your back, please feel free at any time to raise your hips, move the block or the pillow, and hold this bridge pose without any assistance. One more breath. And on your next exhale, slowly bring your spine down to the earth. Good. And for today, we're going to end class on our side. If you'd rather stay on your back, you can come into traditional Shavasana with legs long. But if you'd like to do a little side Shavasana with me, grab a pillow. Shouldn't be too hard to find. And then make a little pillow for your face. Honestly, if you want to grab a different pillow, you can. I'm going to make a pillow for my face with my arm. And then take this other pillow in between your knees. And kind of stick your butt out so that you find that awesome C curve in your low back. And then cozy up here, maybe close your eyes. If you want to take your hand onto your belly to remind yourself to breathe into this space, please feel free. We're going to take 10 intentional breaths together here to end class. If you notice yourself tensing up in your hips, shoulders, or jaw, it's a gentle reminder to release any tension in your body. And bring all of your awareness to your belly, just watching your belly move in and out with your breath. And hopefully your awareness is still on your breath, but if it isn't, bring your attention back to your belly. And begin to breathe deeply into this space again. And whenever you're ready, slowly begin to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. I'm going to sit on my pillow. Feels so good to raise the pelvis up. You can try this out if you still have your pillow with you. Put it under your glutes. And bring yourself into a really tall seat, shoulders back. Bring your attention to your low back, finding that C curve. And for today, let's end class taking your hands to your low belly, honoring this amazing breath, and hopefully remembering as we come off of our mats today and go through our routines, if we notice ourselves breathing into our chest, bringing that breath back down to your belly. You got this. It takes a lot of attention for sure. All right, y'all. I hope you feel better today. I hope you find that beautiful C curve, this awesome breath. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I can't wait to see you in 3 days for more practice on releasing your low back. Namaste for today. Let me know how you feel.